Hello, folks. I am your host, the Dynamite Grip, and you are on Comic Fever. Alright, so first up, we have the. It is the non spoiler review of Secret Empire number 5. So, first up, we have writer Nick Spencer, artist Andrea Sorrentino, letterer VC Travis Lanham, and color art is Mark Brooks. I felt the art and story were good. I felt the story as a whole has been great thus far because in each of these books I felt there was great progression from of Hydra and their main objectives. I feel like in each they have really kept up the mystery of who is really on whose side, and it keeps you engaged. I also feel like it it shows you progression of Cap from being sort of timid and not really sure of himself to becoming a stronger leader. Uh, anyway, that is the non-spoiler review. Uh, oh yeah, one last thing. My favorite part thus far has got to be the artwork on the title on the cover page. Um, I just feel like it really captures the essence of the character of Hawkeye. Anyway, that is my non-spoiler review. Now on to my spoiler review. Okay, it opens with Viper, one of Hydra's top agents, is addressing a group of businessmen, but soon as introductions are made, one of the guards leans in and whispers to Viper that the Black Widow has been apprehended. She has been caught trying to steal a Hydra jet. They walk into the room where she is being held, and she is sitting in the middle of the room, chained to a chair. It soon becomes clear, though, that she was not so much caught as she actually has surrendered herself. While some banter goes back and forth, with Viper saying to Black Widow that she can't wait for Cap to see that she has captured Black Widow reminds her of her meeting and how she should be more concerned of Cap finding out that she is meeting with these cartel guys and doing illegal activities under Cap's nose. It then transitions to the Red Room group, and they too are sneaking into a facility where someone is being held. And this is the real reason Black Widow allowed herself to be caught. Then find the room and walk in. But when they do, they just find a decrepit old man plugged into a breathing apparatus and saying help. Falcon radios Black Widow saying this must be the wrong guy, and Black Widow assures Falcon it's him. The next scene is we are back in the forest with Steve Rogers and his two newfound friends looking for food. First they fish, then they make camp. All the while the narrator is narrating about how they had finally found peace. Next we are in the underground jet. Ant-Man Scott is writing his little girl and telling her about all the places they have gone, telling about when they visited the Savage Lands and even sending her a pic of him with the dino. Then he tells her about Wakanda. Here it switches and it's Tony and T'Challa, and Tony is pleading with T'Challa to give him the real fragment of the cosmic cube, as they've given Hydra the phony, so they want the real one for the underground. T'Challa at first won't budge, knowing that they and, and Hydra are both looking for it. But T'Challa makes a counter offer and says, okay, get the other fragments and bring them here. They make this deal as they have no choice, and then Underground leaves. It picks up, and Scott is still writing to his daughter and talking about how as they travel from place to place, it seems to get unfriendlier and unfriendlier. The last place they look is Madripoor, meeting the most resistance yet. Hercules ends up hurt, taking on Gorgon. After defeating Gorgon, they confront who they are meant to name Chi something and come up short. I should have written that down. It then transitions to Washington, D.C. Here we see Cap America, and he's standing alongside where he left the Hammer Mjolnir. Next to him is Dr. Hank McCoy, better known as Beast, and they start to have a discussion. At first, the conversation starts out peaceful enough. Beast talking about how he thought he would never see the day when mutants would end up living like this, happy. But soon the conversation turns about the hammer itself, and about kings, and how they always kept their sword by their side, not to show they could use it, but that they had and might at any time, and that is why he keeps the hammer in Washington rather than taking it with him. Hank questions Cap if this meant to intimidate him, but Cap says no, just to warn that if anything were to go wrong, he could pick it up again. The reason being is Kraken told him about the things that had been going on in New Tyre. The border disputes, the refugees, to name a few. Cap is told that his copter is ready and they take off. Next, we are tossed into a conversation between Madame Hydra and Cap, talking about how well things are going, how everything's to be under control. Cathon seems to have Scarlet Witch under his control, on Zola's AIs and Vision. The only lump in their plan has seemed to be Thor. We next see Thor, and he is on his knees praying to his father, asking him for guidance, as he seems to be confused. He feels he and Hydra are right for what they are doing, but this next thing they want of him, he isn't sure of. It goes back to Cap and Madame Hydra, and Cap assures her that he will speak to Thor. Scott, still writing to his daughter, talks to her about how sometimes, even when you try your best, sometimes you must quit and try again with a pair of fresh eyes to look again. He talks about how it is good to go around, see familiar, how it was good to go around, see familiar, friendly faces, and all that. They only end up with two fragments. Back on the mount after Reese's discussion with Hawkeye about only getting two cube fragments, someone then suggests that someone should find Tony. Then Rayshon says, "Which Tony?" Someone in an Iron Man suit. We discover that it's the original Tony from back from space. Somehow, they start talking about how they built a time machine and how they plan on using it. In one of the panels, we see Mockingbird say, "Proceed with operation," and soon the sky fills with Hydra planes. The scene ends on one of the Hydra ships, and Cap says, "Let's go check on our secret weapon." Back in the forest, the three men, still walking together, tired of fish, have decided to start hunting. Soon they wander to some tracks, and soon after that, one is hit with a dart, and the other is snagged in a net trap. And out of the woods with a bloody log type weapon comes the Red Skull. Back on the mount where Hydra is trying to take down the rest of the underground, Cap is talking to his men about their secret weapon. We see man sitting in a dark room at a table, and he says, "Steve," and Cap says, "Banner." Now, just in case you didn't get what that last little bit meant, Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Bruce Banner has now turned to Hydra. He is Hydra Hulk. This has been both my uh, spoiler and non-spoiler reviews of Secret Empire. I hope you've enjoyed. Uh, I hope that was more coherent, as that one was actually scripted a little bit better. But um, please comment, rate, subscribe if you haven't. Please, and just all around let me know how I did. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye.